Down at 50% first serves in, Steffi.
They're really peppering the lines today.
Yes. Beauty.
Exactly the right idea. For 30 minutes now, Sabatini has not yielded an inch.
Well, that's a forehand drive approach that sets up the overhead winner, but what set up the forehand drive approach was a backhand down the line slice, the likes of which we saw on the previous point. Impeccable. Courting perfection.
Three-all deuce first set. Tense. Yes, that's beautifully charted, that whole point.
Well, now Steffi, having gotten the slice approach return error of the previous point, shows conviction herself. Can Gabby take it in the stomach and come back?
She's been in a couple of times, notably, that's another one, and put the ball in the net. It's important, though, she keeps her positive mind going. 4-3 Graf, first set. As you can see, Graf's got the trainer on. And what you can't see is that she is putting plaster on her left foot. So Dr. Potter here has said it's got to be blisters.
Steffi looking a little grimacy, huh? I thought it was on the ball of the foot when I said that, but it seems that the taping is slightly behind the actual ball of the foot. Could be structural, could be bones.
Hasn't tied her lace up, has she?
Fast job, wasn't it?
Ah.
Good eyes, Gerald.
I wanted to call down, tie your lace up. Three-four. First set.
%86% first serves in, unbelievable.
That's one for the books.
41.
Well, going to Sabatini on her serve. Don't know what that says to Graf. 4 games all.
Don't take injury times out.
That's the shot that Graf has trouble playing. Topspin backhand's fine on the practice court, and fine as long as somebody's not coming in against you. Look at this one.
Gabby reads the preferred direction for this backhand topspin of Graf's. Steffi can hit down the line. Now she's being told she'll have to at some point soon.
4 all, 30 all. Another of those moments. Yes, well, this is when you get edgy. And this is Sabatini's second chance to break her. This wasn't in the script.
Lightning strikes quickly. That's why I said only a 4 out of 10 chance for Gabriela, because the trump is there. The chance to serve and volley or to hit the big forehand and rake up the remains of the net remains for Graf at any time she chooses to pick it up.
That's it.
Variation on the theme. Good thinking. Graf wouldn't expect to be in a situation to play a point like this against Sabatini. She's having to because Sabatini is so positive.
And Steffi, knowing that Gabby's so good at the net, she'd better take the ball before Gabby even recovers to get in good net position. Very alert.
High quality match, really is. Just a couple of points here and there, like that one, separates them at the moment. Graf 5-4, first set. what you missed, but I don't think Sabatini would have missed it. The fact that Graf had the trainer out again, a different one this time. I don't know how you read that, Barbara.
Well, the squadron of ladies in the training room all know what conditions they're dealing with individual players. And as we saw earlier, something's either structurally wrong with Steffi's foot, a tape job there, or blisters, as I first mentioned.
4-5.
Slice serve is better than I ever remember Sabatini serving it. Well, that's not a good error from Gabby. That's about the first bad error I've seen. She had a chance to really step in and go after it. She sort of chose the shot to go for it, but didn't actually execute it all.
Who's going to be the more sound on the 30-all and the deuce points? Certainly Graf on that occasion. And suddenly, what had been such a close set of tennis, of such excellence, suddenly almost from nowhere, Graf has a set point. To be absolutely honest, certainly on the first couple of shots she played, Graf didn't play that set point with great assurance.
No, because I was watching Sabatini exclusively, and Sabatini wasn't playing with the greatest assurance and still was in a winning position.
In the end, you sort of feel, well, sooner or later, the old frailty, the old technical flaw was going to come out. And there it did, and that's another set point to Graf. Yes, she made it. Wasn't a wonderful approach shot, to be honest, but Graf made it. A difficult shot for her. Lifted it a bit, but didn't rush it. And just about gets her dessert. 6-4 first set.
A lot to see in this. First of all, a 72-mile-an-hour serve, just trying to get it in play. And then Steffi, knowing that she'd been beaten going cross-court on the backhand pass a few points back, decides to go down the line this time.
Now Sabatini's got to keep that up, her momentum and her bright thinking. The little voice probably said, well, there you are, Gabriela. If you do it, you get points like this sometimes.
Well, she is a Houdini. takes away my breath.
Love 30.
It's uncanny how Steffi attacks the net when she needs to loosen the momentum that Gabby seems to be grasping away from her.
Certainly the signs are, the early signs, that Sabatini, she's just didn't manage to get that first set, is not going to go droopily back to her old negative ways. That means the match is still very much on. Encouragement for Sabatini. She who dares, you know, 1-love. Just trying to gauge form here. I know match scores can be misleading. Sabatini playing so well, 1-love. A set down, but only just. But then you think that last month, only last month, she was beaten 6-1, 6-love by Sellers in the semi-final of the Canadian Open. So where does that put Sellers? But I think you know, those sort of things are never ending, and they lead you into terrible cul-de-sacs, probably. You need a good service game here from Sabatini. At least she does, and the match does too.
I don't have a good angle, but it occurred to me immediately as Steffi's balls bounced that it was going out.
And this game looks like being rather a blip in Sabatini's effort, but to be fair to Graf, she has stepped up the pace here. So the sensible thing for Sabatini to do is exactly what Sabatini did. Say, okay, if you're going to come in, I'm going to get there first.
Eighteenth unforced error from Graf.
Brave girl, second serve. That's the one that she used to just donkey drop, just over the net.
Yeah, instead of attempting the donkey drop kind of topspin serve, she just went for the slice. Caught Steffi.
Significant game that. Come back from 1540 and also add point down. Again, 2-love. The longer you keep Graf out there making her play, the more edgy she's likely to become.
Thank you. Love total.
If you give her time, of course, it doesn't matter what you do if you go in deep in the backhand corner. Not that that was very deep, but if she's got the time, she'll run round and go tonk.
But what's amazing is it wasn't a heck of a lot of time, was it? It really is true. Enough time for that speed demon.
Graf needed a game like that, and more especially, I think she needed to hit some winners for the boldness. 2-1 Sabatini, 1 set to love Graf. So far so good from a Sabatini point of view, more so from a Graf point of view, but it's a good match, and it's one of those matches where you really have to say, well, I'm not quite sure who's going to win this.
Well, absolutely, because what separated them, of course, was the 4-5 game with Gabby serving at deuce, that double fault, and then a slightly short ball where Gabby just didn't move in as well. She'd been moving in all match. But really, you have to keep the quality of your game so high to even be in the points with Steffi. So, you know, great from Gabby. Not quite there to win this match, but really good viewing.
Graf has a home here, a tower apartment in Manhattan. She also has the family home in Brühl in Germany. She has another home down in Boca Raton, where the sun shone every time I was down there. She studiedly protects her privacy to the media. Don't blame her for that. She likes her tranquility and the solitude of museums. I think Barbara Potter's a bit like that. Her interests outside tennis, and she certainly has them, Steffi Graf, include art and design, endangered species, and the poor. She has a real heart for the underprivileged. You wouldn't think so, the way she plays tennis sometimes, because it's so bold and adventurous and dashing, and there's the sovereign's look about it sometimes. 2-1, second set.
Heinz has said to Steffi, remember who you are, when she gets too perfectionist with herself.
That's Heinz Gunther, our coach, meaning by that you're the most talented player in the world, or you're human and you can be frail.
And that even when you're frail, you're strong. You're the best concentrator player in the world. Enjoy it, know it.
Sabatini still full of bright ideas. It's good to see this. Very good for Graf to see her do it, but the many admirers of this charming lady will be pleased to see it. She's 3-1 up.